Next game is Saturday. What are you doing with Reichel? You got him on the top line, keeping him at center. What are you doing? Maybe it depends on Kurashev's status too.
Well, Kurashev didn't go on the trip.
They're not going to come home
initially.
real quick?
No.
They're practicing in Montreal.
They'll probably stay tonight and
true.
then fly to Montreal in the morning.
Yeah, they're practicing in Montreal on Friday.
Yeah,
so.
especially if they didn't get in until super late last night.
He didn't make the trip, and he hasn't practiced.
Yeah.
So I think
I wouldn't imagine
the earliest we see Kurashev, and I doubt would be the home opener. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he goes to Colorado for the last game of the road trip.
They're going to come home for that because they have
in between Toronto
on
and
Monday
Chicago. And
then Thursday, so they'll definitely come home to Chicago and so we'll see.
I like TJ Hello's idea.
Sign Kessel.
Sign Kessel. You got a fresh Phil Kessel just waiting to come off the couch and play with Connor Bedard. It just seems too perfect. Too perfect.
The chips have fallen.
Well, a couple other suggestions too is you've got Mackenzie Entwistle sitting there, and you could slot everybody up a line.
Yeah,
you're not going to play him on the top line.
Yeah, but that's the thing with having Kurashev and Hall gone. You don't have a guy that's like a top 6 guy that's ready to go unless you go down and bring Colton Dock, but he was hurt. So where do you go?
And that's the thing is, so now that's why I'm sort of suggesting that maybe you put Reichel there, load up that top line, and then you put Tyler Johnson in that center spot, or
you can move Athanasiou to center.
There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
But I think Bedard's good enough to kind of carry a line as long as you give him guys that can help him get the puck.
Yeah, I don't think you need to load up with Reichel and Bedard. Maybe you make that switch if you're down a goal in the third period, like tonight.
Yeah, like tonight. And that was pretty effective when they did that.
Yeah, you gotta. Bedard's good enough to where I think keep Athanasiou up there with Donato. That's a good. They were good together. And then on that second line, do you keep Reichel with Radish and Johnson? There's really not a lot of options because that in less than 24 hours we went from oh my God, this team is so deep to shit. Now what do we do?
The Taylor Hall thing. The Hall thing is huge.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
like
just
if you lose, if you lose Tyler Johnson for a couple of weeks, you've got guys that can play that type of game, or if you lose, Corey Perry goes down for a couple of weeks, you've got guys like that. But Taylor Hall, you don't have anybody with that offensive ability to kind of take that spot. So someone's gonna have to step up. I'm guessing Mackenzie Entwistle will make his season debut against the Canadians.
Because then so if you put Athanasiou up there, then you have Reichel with Johnson and Radish, then your third line basically becomes what, Tkachuk, Gutman, Entwistle?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean,
it's not ideal.
Maybe
you want to keep Foligno, Perry, and Dickinson together. They're working well.
Do you maybe put Gutman up as a winger with Johnson and Reichel and maybe get a little offensive there, and then you could put Entwistle, Radish, and Tkachuk together?
Because Entwistle can play some center too.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to make that call, but it definitely seems.
It's a nice thing about having some versatility with some guys that can do center and wing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could take Donato off the wing and put him in center somewhere, but he's been lousy at face-off dots.
Yeah, and he's been working well with Bedard, so I'd rather keep those two together than not at all.
We all silly like the mayor.